Hey guys, what's up? Got a new package here. Okay, so got this from Tom's Bronco. At least I bought it from them. I don't know if it was shipped from them, but where's this? I'm trying to find the thing so you can see what it is. So you guys can guess what it is. Well, it says Winters on it, so if you guys know what that is, but it's well, let's see if I can get this. I have those heavy staples, but it's a Winters shifter. Floor shifter, and ever since I converted my Bronco over to the an AOD, the shifter never seemed right because I originally had my truck is a 1966. I originally had a 3-speed in there, and then I went to a C4. But when I went to the C4, I went to a 73 C4 automatic column. But for some reason, it just never seemed right, you know, correct with the AOD. So I wanted to get a, like, if it worked perfectly, I would have kept the column shifter. You know, if it would have shipped, it just never seemed like it went the gear 100%. So this is like about $250, like I said, Tom's Bronco. And let's see what it looks like. So, oh shit, they gave you a new AOD shifter kit. Hardware return hardware. Shit, that's not something well, I mean, when I see that, that makes me think that it's I have to drop my transmission pan, which I didn't really want to do. So, yeah, because that's actually the shifting lever mechanism. I do actually have an adjustable one on there, so I'll try to see if I can maybe work around that. But there's like $235 plus shipping. It's about $250. Hopefully this came with a cable. I'm assuming it did if it came with this. I hope it did. Okay, it looks like the cable's probably down below. But look at this thing. Well, let's just look at the shifter first. Oh, look at that. It's kind of hard difficult because I'm trying to do this with one hand, but yeah. Yeah, it just seems like a really sturdy, it would work really well off-roading, you know. There's no doubt where you're at. You know, so yeah, I'm assuming this is the cable down here, but I'll get more into that when I actually take it apart and get it in there. So that's it. I'm just going to mount it right to the floorboard. I mean, I don't really like the fact that this is plastic because eventually it's going to break, you know, over time. But this seems very sturdy. So, cool. So, yeah, next video I'll be taking the other one off. So, we'll see. Okay, guys. Today is the day. So, got this box a couple weeks ago. Obviously, you saw it in the opening box video. Winter shiver. So, I'm going to put that in today and quickly show you some of the things I don't like about my current setup, you know, with the shift rod. So, let me show you that real quick. So, yeah, this Bronco originally was a 3-speed stick, and then I went to a C4. I changed the column, you know, and now it's AOD, but the shift pattern is not right. And I don't know, I never really liked the direct shift up there because there's a rod directly attached to it. And let me show you that real quick. Alright, so there's the shift rod right there, and as you can hear, you heard it pop. But there's a direct rod that goes all the way down to the transmission shifter like mechanism down there, and it's directly attached. So you do have a little play in here, and but what I don't like is that because it's directly attached, when the engine and transmission and the truck are moving around, it moves this around. So, and sometimes it will create like a rattle in there, you know. But okay, let me show you that real quick. So it goes. So sometimes while I'm driving, this thing will be kind of rattling around a little bit, like when I have it in gear, because like I said, it's directly attached to it. So driving and this thing's sort of rattling, like I'm in drive. This thing will like, I can see this kind of rattling, sometimes making noise. But yeah, that the shift pattern's not right. So right now I'm in drive, where it's like halfway between the two. And sometimes I won't go in the parking pod one. activate. So here's a center console box I have. So gonna take this thing out, probably put a smaller one. I've had this for a long time. Cool box. It works good though. You know, I think it was like 50 or 60 bucks over at Pet Boys. Kind of bummed because I like having the cup holder, so I'll have to figure out a solution for that. But I'll probably have to put them further back because the shifter is going to be like right here. Or I guess I could put it back there, but no. I'll mess around with it. But the cool thing is because it's attached by a cable, it's no longer going to rattle. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be attached with like a direct rod that's connected directly to the transmission engine, so it's not going to rattle, hopefully. But yeah, then I'll have to take out I'm going to take this crap off. So, cool. Alright, so let me get going on that real quick and I'll show you what I have to do under the car. You guys can see that. So, here's the, remember that pan in the video I did, the mod? I custom cut that pan for a little bit of clearance. You know, still pretty tight in there. But it's really thick aluminum, you know, it's not, it was double TIG welded inside and outside, so. But on their website, Thomas Bronco, they say there could be some clearance issue because this thing is going to be reversed, going down, which I should be fine because I have a 3.5 inch lift and 1 inch body lift, and there's another bracket that goes here. So I'm going to grab that bracket and see if I'm going to have any clearance issue. This is the stock drive shaft here, but I had to modify this little mechanism before to make it reach right when I did this shifter mechanism, the factory one off that Lincoln. But yeah, see, this is going up right now. Theirs it goes down, and that's what I think they're talking about, the clearance issue, because I don't want to whack. I mean, if this transmission thing comes up, you know, dude, and whacks the shifter mechanism, that could like seriously like jack your freaking day up. You know what I mean? If you're off-roading, you know what I mean, this thing comes up, whacks your transmission, and you're fucking bust your case, and you're out. All right, I'll have to take a look at that. I'm gonna figure out if this is even doable. Alright guys, floor is kind of a mess here. So, I'm not sure where I mean, the floor is dirty. I haven't had the console box off for years. Alright, so I'm thinking like right there probably. And I'm gonna have like a little thing here back here for like cups. You know, I can put my cups back there, a little storage cup thing back here, maybe armrest type thing, you know. Yeah, that's probably. Yeah, then I can kind of have it maybe hang over here a little bit, you know. Yeah, that probably work perfectly, you know. Yeah, it's fucking dirty. All right, so yeah, there is some seriously tight clearance issues with the what's it called, the drive shaft. Seriously tight. So I might have to finally get a thinner drive shaft made. You know. All right. I'm gonna vacuum this up. So I have to probably drill a hole back here. I'm gonna take my drive shaft off just so I have a little more clearance to work. And I have to make sure I can what's it called? I guess I don't need to pull out the TV shift rod. All right, actually I have the original mount from the Lincoln. I can maybe go forward mount, possibly, because I have an adjustable thing, but I don't know if the length of the thing will give it the right shift points. The length of the shift rod, you know, I mean, that determines the travel, you know, so, alright. Another thing I noticed too is, in the picture, this looks opposite. Like, this should be going downward, but then I looked at it closely, and I don't know if Wild Horses did this, or Winters did this, cut it off and welded it, and then repainted it. because that looks the opposite of that picture, but it makes sense because if this was going down, it would hit the drive shaft. The drive shaft is like right underneath this, so alright, I'm gonna get this going because I want to get started with it. And I mean, right now it's winter time, so I don't have very much light, you know, so it gets dark around 5. So okay guys, get the transmission pan off. This is the shifter mechanism goes in there, right there. It's going to be replaced by other, I think the one I had was made by Carr. It's like an adjustable. I could have probably used that one maybe. The fulcrum length where the, this length is longer, this from here to here. So that, I wanted to make sure this was perfectly, matched up perfectly, because if this is not the right length or too short, it's not going to, the levers aren't going to match up. So, alright, so yeah, this is not really an AOD video, so if you're doing this, you probably already know how to work on your AOD, so, alright, so I'm going to take that thing off, the TV thing. Hopefully I can get to it. I know this is kind of a weird angle. I'm trying not to, I have a drip pan here, it's still dripping, so, alright. Guys, well, I probably could have used the gnarlier Carr one. But I mean, I guess the benefit of this one is I don't have to guess. This should definitely be the right length, you know what I mean? So, well, that's kind of pain this drop. Well, actually, I wanted to drop the pan anyways. I don't know. At least I wanted to put this auto meter in there. I have a different brand, but I didn't know the thermals, the specifications of it, so I couldn't get it to work with my Holy ECU. So I know the specifications for this one. So okay, so what are we doing here? So yeah, I got to put this back on. Cool. This light's going down here. So I'm gonna just cut a little piece of carpet here because I'm about to cut it. It's not gonna fit. You're going to see a little bit of cable here, so it's not no way really around that. I'm going to have to drill a hole sort of at an angle, kind of get it up. Kind of weird angle, you know, to give it. So it's not. Yeah, I know I have some audio cables going through, so I just want to make sure I can cut that first. Make sure I don't hit one of those, drill through that. But okay, I'm just going to use some self-tappers to get this in there, you know? And, okay, man. Alright, so yeah, the hardest part was definitely the transmission pan. This seems like it's not too bad. It's also, I haven't fished this down yet, so I don't know how it's going to go. There's a really tight clearance around where the cross member and the transmission or transfer case come together, so get that going. My light's going down here, but now you can see kind of made the kind of a taper at an angle. Use my file to do sharp edges. Actually, see if my drill bit's big enough. Shit, it's gonna take fit. Ah, yeah. I have to go out the size a little bit. Shit. Yeah, the hole's big enough for this sheath. Sorry. Shit. Well. Alright, cool. Shit. Okay, guys, got that mounted with those self-tappers. I mean, it's going to be kind of hard to get used to because it was really nice and easy. I didn't have to go through those steps, but, you know, once it's going to be reliable when I'm off-roading and not wiggle this thing around when I'm driving. Alright, so next thing is, oh yeah, I got the thing mounted down here. I'll show you that. I don't know if you can see it. Got my flashlight here. Alright, guys. So this is the shift cable right here. And that's the shifting mechanism. I haven't put the tip on yet. But I drilled a hole through the cross member right there. That's too bright, but to give it a little more slack. I mean, definitely gonna be some, it's gonna be pretty freaking close. A half-inch clearance with this. So I might look into getting a shorter drive shaft. We'll see. Alright. My flashlight here. if you guys can even see that. There's a seriously tight clearance right in there. Maybe like right there, if you can see it. Right in there. So, you know, you'll see this, but as it spins around, I don't know if you can see my finger, it's probably about ½ inch maybe. But I think I'm fine because when if the drive shaft goes up, it's going to move that part away from it. It's not there, it's when it's here. That's the only, look at that, that's probably 4mm. If you can see that. I'm talking about between the bracket that holds the cable. But the cool thing is, if the drive shaft goes up, it's going to go away from it. So, might be okay with that. We'll see. I mean, I might get some scrapes on there. I guess we'll find out. Alright. Okay, I'll go back up and show you that. Tomorrow I'll do a drive test and I'll show you. So, kind of running out of light today, so cool. Okay, guys. New day, I guess. But right now the car is running. And this thing's awesome. I've actually had it for driven around a couple times with it, but I had to make some adjustments on the cable length, but I didn't have to cut the cable. It was adjustable with the screws. Sorry, my camera's acting crazy again here. Actually, one thing I like about it is see this right here? That's the natural where it wants to park. One thing I couldn't do with my column shifter was the parking pod never activated correctly. So sometimes, like, you know, this thing would come out of gear, like it would roll backwards, like the parking pod wouldn't activate. So my car wouldn't like lock and it would roll. But not with that. So yeah, see that right there? That's the natural place where it wants to go. And you pull forward and over, and it like locks it in place. So that was actually pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm getting pretty good at it. I mean, I can get down. That's one, drive, overdrive, neutral. So yeah, cool. Yeah, a couple. I'm gonna get used to it because because I haven't removed this one. I keep on trying to go up here, you know, because I'm so used to that. I've had this automatic for about 8 years probably. So awesome, yeah. Now I gotta figure out a console box because all my shit's right there, and I gotta figure out a situation for this because I like having a cup holder. So, okay, cool, awesome.